What if I told you that July 15th isn't just another date on the calendar? What if the energy surrounding this day feels like a crossroads, a symbolic moment that invites you to choose between fear and faith, hesitation and transformation? Many people will move through this day without noticing anything unusual. They'll follow the same routines, repeat the same thoughts, and wonder why nothing changes. But those who have been awakening, those who have felt strange shifts in their intuition, vivid dreams, unexpected endings, or an unexplainable pull towards something greater, may experience this day very differently. In many spiritual traditions, moments like these are seen as invitations rather than guarantees. Astrology views powerful lunar cycles as times of reflection, release, and renewal. Whether you believe the stars guide us literally or simply offer meaningful symbols, one truth remains: transformation begins with awareness. Stay with me until the very end, because we're going to explore why this period may feel so emotionally intense, how the energy of the full moon can inspire profound personal breakthroughs, and a simple spiritual ritual that can help you enter this new chapter with clarity, gratitude, and purpose. This message may arrive exactly when you need it. 1. The whisper before the storm. Have you noticed how life sometimes becomes strangely quiet before everything changes? It's as if the universe lowers the volume of the outside world so you can finally hear the voice within. Many people dismiss these moments as coincidence, yet throughout history, mystics, philosophers, and spiritual seekers have described seasons when life seemed to pause before revealing a new path. Astrology often connects these periods with lunar cycles, especially the days surrounding a full moon, which symbolically illuminates what has been hidden. Perhaps you've recently experienced unusual dreams. Maybe old relationships have drifted away without explanation. Perhaps you've questioned your purpose more than ever before. These experiences don't necessarily predict what will happen next, but they can encourage deeper self-examination. Imagine standing at the edge of a dense forest before sunrise. Everything is silent. The path ahead is invisible. You could turn around, or you could trust that the first rays of light will reveal each step exactly when you need to see it. That's what spiritual awakening often feels like: not certainty, not complete understanding, but the courage to keep walking. Some astrologers suggest that periods surrounding significant lunar events amplify emotional awareness. Rather than causing events, they can serve as reminders to slow down, reflect, and recognize patterns that have always been present. Perhaps the greatest obstacle isn't bad luck. Perhaps it's distraction. How many blessings have we overlooked because we were too busy searching for signs somewhere else? Sometimes the miracle isn't that life suddenly changes. Sometimes the miracle is finally seeing what has always been waiting for us. Every challenge you've survived has prepared you for greater wisdom. Every disappointment has refined your heart. Every unanswered question has strengthened your faith in ways you couldn't recognize at the time. You are not becoming someone new. You are remembering who you have always been beneath fear, doubt, and limitation. And maybe that's why this season feels so powerful. Not because destiny is forcing your hand, but because your soul is inviting you to make a conscious choice. Will you continue living from old fears? Or will you begin responding from hope, compassion, and inner wisdom? That choice belongs to you, and perhaps that is the true spiritual test. 2. The full moon and the mirror of the soul. The full moon has fascinated humanity for thousands of years. Across cultures, it has symbolized completion, illumination, and emotional clarity. While scientific evidence doesn't show that the full moon determines our fate, many people find it to be a meaningful time for reflection and personal growth. Think of the full moon as a mirror. It doesn't create what's inside you, it reveals it. Hidden emotions may rise, old memories may resurface, long-buried dreams may quietly return. Instead of resisting these experiences, what if you welcomed them? What if discomfort wasn't punishment? What if it was preparation? Picture an eagle soaring high above a valley. From the ground, the landscape appears confusing. Dead ends seem permanent. Obstacles feel enormous, but from above, everything connects. Every river, every mountain, every winding road. Spiritual growth invites us to rise above immediate circumstances and see a wider perspective. Sometimes the lesson isn't about changing the world. Sometimes it's about changing the way we see ourselves within it. Perhaps you've spent years believing you weren't enough. Perhaps you've carried guilt that no longer belongs to you. Perhaps you've mistaken survival for living. The symbolic energy of this lunar season encourages release, not because the moon magically erases pain, but because you finally become willing to let go. Forgiveness isn't forgetting. It's choosing not to let yesterday define tomorrow. Healing isn't pretending nothing happened. It's deciding your future deserves more attention than your past. As July 15th approaches, ask yourself gentle questions. What fear am I ready to release? What truth have I avoided? What dream deserves another chance? Your answers don't need to arrive immediately. Even honest questions can begin profound transformation. The universe, however you understand that word, often seems to respond when we become more intentional, present, and open to growth. Not through guarantees, but through opportunities. And opportunities are easiest to recognize when our hearts are awake. 3. The choice that changes. Everything. Every meaningful transformation begins with a decision that no one else can make for you. There comes a moment when waiting feels heavier than moving forward. This symbolic divine test isn't about proving your worth. Your worth has never depended on perfection. Instead, it's an invitation to notice how you respond when life asks you to grow. Will fear make your decisions, or will wisdom? Or will wisdom? Will resentment guide your future, or gratitude? Imagine 2 doors standing before you. One door is familiar. Behind it are old habits, familiar disappointments, and comfortable limitations. The second door is uncertain. It requires courage, faith, patience. You don't know exactly what's waiting beyond it, but something deep within you recognizes it. Awakening often feels like choosing that second door before you have all the answers. The zodiac reminds us through its many archetypes that every personality carries strengths and challenges. Whether you're bold like fire, grounded like earth, curious like air, or deeply emotional like water, every sign symbolizes qualities that can mature through conscious effort. This season invites every soul to ask, where am I holding myself back? Where can I choose compassion over fear? Where can I become more aligned with the person I hope to become? Real spiritual growth isn't measured by dramatic visions, it's measured by ordinary moments. The conversation where you choose kindness, the morning you choose hope, the evening you choose gratitude instead of worry. These small decisions quietly reshape an entire life. Perhaps your greatest blessing isn't something arriving from outside. Perhaps it's the version of yourself that's emerging from within. One decision, one prayer, one act of courage, repeated consistently. That's how destinies change, not overnight, but one faithful step at a time. 4. Closing ritual and powerful affirmation. If this message has spoken to your heart, take a quiet moment tonight. If possible, step outside beneath the evening sky. Whether clouds cover the moon or stars remain hidden, remember that light still exists beyond what your eyes can see. Close your eyes. Take a slow, steady breath. Place one hand over your heart. Imagine a gentle silver light surrounding you, not as proof of supernatural events, but as a symbol of peace, wisdom, and renewal. Silently release everything you no longer wish to carry: fear, regret, comparison, bitterness. Picture each one dissolving into the night like mist, disappearing at sunrise. Now imagine your heart filling with gratitude, not because life is perfect, but because every experience has shaped your strength. Whisper these words slowly. I release what no longer serves my highest good. I welcome clarity instead of confusion. I choose courage instead of fear. I trust my inner wisdom to guide each step. I honor my journey with patience, compassion, and faith. May I recognize opportunities with an open heart. May I bring light wherever I go. May I become the person I was always capable of becoming. Remain in silence for a few moments. Listen, not for thunder, not for dramatic signs. Simply notice your breathing, your heartbeat, your presence. Sometimes the greatest spiritual experience is discovering that peace has been within you all along. As this lunar cycle continues, carry that awareness into your everyday life. Let your words become kinder. Let your thoughts become gentler. Let your actions reflect the future you're hoping to create. Remember, the stars may inspire reflection, the moon may symbolize renewal, and spiritual traditions may offer guidance, but your choices remain your own. That is where your true power lives. If today's message resonated with you, carry this affirmation into the days ahead. I walk forward with wisdom. I release fear. I embrace growth. I welcome every opportunity to become my highest self. My heart is open, my spirit is steady, and I move through life with hope, gratitude, and purpose. And perhaps that is the greatest blessing of all.